You hungry? Want some back straps? In today's video, I'm going to show you how I prepare a back strap, and it's not the only way to do it. It's just my favorite way, and probably in my opinion, one of the easiest ways to really utilize your back straps. It really starts with the butchering process. We like to use these vacuum sealed bags, and then if you can see there, we put the date that we vacuum sealed it on the bag. This one, I'm going to show you something here because there was kind of a mistake made. You can see that it's starting to get some freezer build up right here, or some ice built up, and that's because I must not have gotten it sealed real well. Yeah, right there you can kind of see some air got in, but this is the exception. Usually if you vacuum seal the back straps or any of your meat, it stays really fresh. Another huge benefit of the vacuum sealer is defrosting. So what I do here, this is a little bit weird, I know, but you don't have to do this, but I'm in my little bathroom here that not very many people use. I just throw it in here, plug the sink up, turn the water on, and let the meat get covered, and that will defrost it like probably 30 minutes, and it'll be nice and slowly defrosted. All right, it's unthawed. I don't know. It's been in here probably a couple hours. It's been unthawed for a while, but now we're going to take it out of the package, and I'll show you how I prep it for seasoning. It's hard to beat a good, I think this is an 8-inch, but 8 or 6-inch boning knife. If you're a deer hunter, this is a must-have for a deer hunter. Okay, so I like the Victorinox one. Hey, get down. So you can see there's a little bit of silver skin left on this back strap. I like to get rid of as much of that as I can. Just helps with the eatability of it. Is that a word, the eatability?
Hey.
And a lot of times this stuff will just pull out like this. At least the tendons and stuff will pull right out.
Hi.
You ready to eat some backstrap tonight, Huck?
Ew.
Whatever. You love it.
That's squirrel.
No, this is deer.
Yeah.
This is also from a little button buck.
Button buck.
It's going to be real good.
Oy.
Just try to get rid of as much of that stuff as you possibly can. That stuff's hard to chew, and a lot of times when people don't like deer, it's because they end up with a lot of meat that is not prepared properly, and then therefore get a bad taste in their mouth, or a chewy taste. Now, if you would happen to shoot a big giant buck, their back strap's going to be, a lot thicker and bigger, more meat. But this guy here, I mean, he's almost just falling apart. I'm cutting him. He's super tender. The dogs can have a piece. Just take your time. Just work everything off until everything looks good. I'm weird. I like to kind of square off my meat. I like it to look nice. There you go, Rosie. That looks pretty good. This is acceptable for me for the amount of maybe this little piece right here I get rid of. Just a little strip of tendon. Don't kill yourself over it. It's not like that big a deal, especially if your family's used to cooking wild game. Now, there you go. All there is to it. So now we're going to season it. It's noon right now. I'll probably cook this around 6. So I like to give the seasoning plenty of time. I really like for the seasoning to have more time than that, to be honest with you. I wish I'd done that this morning. But here's what it is. The longer you season it, the better. All different types of seasoning for meat. This is what I like. It's like a sweet and smoky rub. That's what I like, sweetness. So that's what I use. Don't be shy, or at least I'm not shy with my seasoning. I like to give it a good coating for a rub, and then kind of pat it down. I want that to really soak in there. Okay. Flip her over. Do this side as well. If you, while you're butchering your deer or packaging it, you can kind of also, you could just trim all this tendon and stuff out of the backstrap then, and then you wouldn't have as much prep time here. But I was lazy when I packaged it and left it on. I haven't really seen a difference if you leave it on or off. You may be thinking, daggone, that's a lot of seasoning. Yep, it is. I like it smothered and covered. You don't have to like it, but I like it this way. Okay, here we go. Now I'm just gonna put it back in the fridge until tonight, and I'll show you how I prep it tonight. Now we gotta start the grill up. Yeah, puppy roaring. Hi, really? What are you doing, Hazel Lang?
And then I gotta get the potatoes ready.
Oh, dang, look at that. So, now, just gonna get this cast iron piping hot and melt about a half stick of butter in the cast iron. And it's gonna give it a lot of flavor. And reverse sear, I think is what this is called. So you wanna lay that meat on this really hot cast iron skillet and give it a nice charred look to all sides of the backstrap. Let that warm up though. Now this is like piping hot, like if I would drop some water in there, it'd pop. Like that's what you want. And now we're just gonna throw this on here and it's gonna go. You don't want it to cook really, so you don't want it on here very long. Hey, why don't you go over there? You can see how the seasoning kind of like melted into the meat. That's what you want. And the other side here. And you can see how it's charred all around the backstrap. That looks really good. Okay. Pull it off there after, I don't know, 30 seconds or so. And you're good to go. Wait for the grill to get nice and warm. Throw it on the grill. If you like onions, cut an onion up, go ahead and fry them up in that butter. Okay. Now we're going to take this and go throw it on the grill. Cold out here. So, my grill here has a probe that can monitor what temperature it's going to be at. This is a pretty thin piece of backstrap, so it's not going to take that long to cook. A little cold out here, so the grill's taking a while to heat up. I'll probably try to cook this thing to like probably like 130-ish, and then go from there. You can see it's 70 inside the meat right now, so got a little ways to go. How long does it take? I don't know. It just depends. This one won't take as long. I'm gonna guess 4 or 5 minutes on each side. And while you're waiting on the backstrap to get done, just go ahead and mix up your onions, and I like to cook these until like you can kind of see through them until they're translucent. Just show you what else we got going on here. We got some sweet potatoes that are going to be fried, and then asparagus in our oven. What do you think, Rosie Dozy? Smell good? All right, out here we're getting up to about 100 on the probe. I don't know what I said earlier, but probably like take it off at 140. I like my venison is rare. Most people, when they make a mistake cooking venison, they either cook it too long or they cook it not long enough. There's never this in between. Venison's either good rare or it's good to where you cook it in a crock pot for a long time. When you do this thinking you want to get like a medium to well done steak, you're ruining it, to be honest with you. At least that's what I think. Okay, back out here. We got 121 on the probe, so we're getting real close. What I'm going to do is I'm going to flip it and cook it for a few more minutes, and then we'll be done. Oh yeah, look at that. Again, I cannot stress enough, do not overcook your backstraps. Grill wise, I know people are going to ask, this is a Pit Boss. I'm not sure the model, but it's an awfully big pellet grill. It's nothing fancy. It doesn't have an app or anything so I can connect to the grill itself, but I really like this grill. I had a Z grill before, a pellet grill, and I didn't like that thing at all. It wouldn't stay to temperature and just had a lot of problems with it, so I invested in this thing. I got it from Tractor Supply. It wasn't overly expensive, but I like it a lot. Okay, we're at 140. Closing her down. Okay. Now I just kind of let that sit for, I don't know, 10 minutes or so, let it rest. And then we'll cut into it, see how it looks. Okay. Let it settle. Cut into it, see how it looks like. Oh, yeah, that's perfect. A little bit pink in the middle. But not too pink. That's what you want. When this becomes all brown, no bueno. Let's try this little piece here. I'm telling you right now, I mean, this stuff is, look how tender that is. I mean, wow. That's good. Take a bite of this. Tell me this isn't the most tender backstrap you ever had.
It is very soft.
It really is, isn't it? It like melts in your mouth.
Mm-hmm.
There you go. That's how I make my backstraps. Leave in the comment section, what can I do better? If you got anything you like to do with your deer meat, let us know in the comments. And then hit the subscribe button right there. Or watch another video right over there. What do you think, Pookie? You old grumpy.